Rhyolite again. This is that big chunk that I got that one spall off of, and I realized that there was a side that was much better than the other. This was the flake that came off of it. Make something out of that later. But it had two planes. It was essentially like a pyramid on top of another flat spot. So I was kind of deciding if I wanted to orient the biface this way or that way. And I think I went with the right decision because the other end looked like it was more pinched and had less space to work a biface out of. So let's see what we can make. I'm thinking probably a Clovis, and I hope that I'm in frame here. And I tried to orient the camera a little better, or at a little better angle this time, because it's just a little easier maybe for you guys to see what I'm doing, or the types of platforms that I'm hitting here. This area here is sloped in. Might be able to get a flake off of it. Nope. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell if the angle is going to work or not. We got some weird stuff going on over here because this angle here is tilted down, but I noticed that there's also, it looks like there might be a crack in through here, and I want to try to preserve my length. So I'm thinking if I can take a flake down this way and get it to run along this here, but this has to be slightly steeper over here for that to work. I should probably hit it with a, well, kinda. Got a little bit more of it there. This material almost seems to oxidize a little bit. I want to hit this platform with a elk billet just to see what it looks like. It would be a pretty good candidate for that. Let's see. It would be cool to get a flake across that, but I don't think that is going to work. Oh wow, it did. But it's kind of diving down into that area because we got to get rid of this. Pick something. By the way, look at this beautiful little Pedernellus. It's just perfect piece of Edwards flint. Hopefully I can do it justice. I'm kind of sitting on it because I'm a little scared. I like to preserve really good rocks and only work them when I really feel confident in my ability to make something good out of it. Okay, a little bit of Cortex here. I think I'm going to try this one with the billet again. It was a flake. It was kind of a double flake. The billet seems like it might be double contacting. Feels like it might be. Some cracks in here. Okay. I think we can get a larger, maybe not. Go over here. Crack on the edge here. The platform doesn't look right. We're gonna fix it up a bit. Keep checking to see if I'm in frame or not. Take a small one right here. Let's see if we can get a larger one right here. Man, not really. I can't tell if it might be double contacting or something weird. Okay, I think what we need to do is we need to go back this way, so we can take a couple flakes this way and then go back up this way here. And if we're lucky, we might be able to get another overshot to go the other direction to get rid of some of the square edge. Maybe not quite an overshot, but a full length would be cool. Would be very helpful. Oh yeah. Wow. Crazy, crazy. So that was the desired flake, but the first one hinged, and then I think when I struck it the second time, it came loose and actually pushed that flake further. It's flaking kind of weird, and it's probably my fault. Just makes it more of a challenge. So we got to get rid of this square edge. I'm gonna start up here on the tip. Work it down. Little crystal in there and a crack. Doesn't show up on this side though, so maybe it doesn't go all the way through. I don't know, we'll see. Only time will tell. It's kind of a deep cone. We gotta see if we can get rid of some of that overhanging edge. Oh, there you go. Catch a nice spot. Huh. No, not the right angle. Just gonna try to get that to go kind of further, but it's all right. Okay, rough, very rough, jagged working edge. You're basically watching early Homo sapien, Homo erectus napping. At least that quality of napping. It's an inset platform. Caught it just a little bit. Pretty thick down here where the base is, so we got to take some flakes down and thin out the base a little bit. Oh. It steps when I'm brushing when I didn't expect it to. undetached flake in there. Darn it. Yeah, it's not gonna go right there. Dang it, that was really like a whole lot of platform prep for nothing. Get some of the Cortex off the tip here because we're not gonna be able to work with that. I really hope to be able to get a point out of this though, because you know, it's got a lot of color and everything. The dogs are going crazy. Don't know why. Let's see. Might be a good time to switch over to the punch pretty soon, because we're getting tighter edges. So not that exclusively means that you need to switch over to a hammer or switch away from the hammerstone, but for me on this material, I would say the punch is going to be beneficial. So we seem to be getting screwed up on some of these platforms. Okay, let's switch to the punch. It's over here. And I'll try to make sure that this part is in frame, because this is more unique. Right there. This is where I'm able to kind of catch up with the stone and get it to a place of somewhat decency. I really hope my punch isn't, it feels a little softer because I left it outside and it got a little wet. Hopefully it's not too wet. Hope it's not too bad. Uh-oh. Gotta power through some of these areas and just go crazy on the base here. Feels all right. I'll go get my smaller. There it is. This one right here is better. Big old step right there. That's going to be a problem. We're going to have to get it from the other side. Can't get it from this side anytime soon. This platform, this edge is actually still facing this way, so we should actually turn it a little bit and take some flakes down this way for balance sake, for the sake of keeping it straight. exactly what I was trying to do. I knew I had that platform right there, and I really pinched it on that one. Needed to get a thinning flake across that spot right there. I don't think I can get near too close to this hinge over here, but for the sake of balance, that was good. So we can go up that way. I also wanted to start near the tip because I had already taken a flake up there, so we had a little bit of convexity still left on the opposite side, or an isolation of the material on that side. So we can maybe do a flake this way right here. A little bit of cortex there, but we might be able to get a flake right here. Yeah. Shooting down from the tip a little bit because we've got this edge, and we can't really get any flakes to go up over that because there's this, unless we get a little closer. But right over here we can, because that ridge ends, that thin area ends there. I'm actually going to try one right here. Hopefully it doesn't have too hard of a time releasing on this right here. Try for this to be a thinning flake. Nice. Feels so good to do that on this material. Okay. Because that one was in the middle, had to isolate it a little more. Now we have this one over here. We can go over here. Okay, hopefully we can get this one to go up into here and get some of that thickness out over there. Hopefully it doesn't dive right here because there's a low spot. Nice. Up and over, up and over. Still have this big massive hinge, but we can probably try to get it from over on this side. We just got to take down this big hammerstone edge here from earlier. That was also a thinning flake too. Might actually be able to do something right here on this platform here. If we give it some power, we might be able to get it to go over into there off of this one if we support it right. Oh. I don't think it was great contact. I'll take that over a hinge though. We're gonna have to just make a correct platform. I think I may have damaged my punch a little bit. It seems like I might be getting into the softer part of this antler. Okay, probably best to take some flakes starting down from the base over here. This way. I don't know if we'll still go with the Clovis. I was kind of thinking maybe a Pinto Basin would be cool, but we'll see. If it turns out super clunky, then yeah, we'll make a Pinto Basin. because boy, were they clunky. Actually, you know, well, hold on a second. Let's see. I was saying we could start on the base down here. Yeah. Yeah. Some thinning flakes across there. Punching them across, kind of using that thickness from the last spot across. And then these edges, I'd like to tilt high so that I don't shoot them in there and make them hinge as much. We got that square edge right where we need to get a flake across, and it's too steep. And it's pretty inset, so any platform prep we do is gonna have to either wait I'm just gonna have to strike it right here. No, I'm not doing that. It's too risky. I gotta get rid of it. I think I'm gonna take a break on that little, or I'll ignore, excuse me. I'll ignore it for a bit, and then I'll go over to a different spot up here at the tip, and then I'll just wait for it to be sticking out when we come back to it eventually. Oof, that one hinged a little bit. Fortunately, it's up towards the tip so we can work around it. Hopefully. But right now, it's coming together pretty good. I'm happy with the progress on it. I'm actually going to try to get this platform to spread out a bit. I'm gonna give it a lot of support. Ooh, crushed. Either it wasn't isolated enough or the spot that it was on the punch wasn't great. That's my fault. Nobody's fault but mine. Come on. Come on. All right. Getting the tip thin up here. I don't know if we'll make a Clovis because we've already tapered the tip pretty well. But if we can get a good enough body on it to flute it, that would be cool. Good enough contours. I just taped down a new antler onto another piece, which is smaller, so I should definitely be switching to it once I have a smaller preform and smaller platforms. Isolation from that hinge there, and also building contour right near the edge where it'll be easier for us to take some thinning flakes. Ooh, split up a little bit. We'll see. Gotta angle it away slightly down so we can get some contour. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just realized, so that flake went over into here, but if we're gonna try to get this stack from this side, we need to keep and maintain some of that thickness. We don't want to remove too much of it. So that platform is now gonna have to be aligned and moved over a little bit to right here. And hopefully go in there and remove some of that. Big fat stack on the edge. I might still have to ignore it for a little while. Also this over here. Oof. It's not good. Just got a hinge there. I don't know if that was in there from a previous strike or hammerstone maybe, or if that was from that platform. Should be okay to get out later though. Shouldn't be too hard. There's no cost in trying to thin it out from right here and get it out from right here. I got a little bit of it. Okay. Now, come over here. Oh yeah, okay, wait, never mind. I'm gonna go this way first. Put the contour up on the base. I might have to switch to the other one soon. Let that area stick out a little bit. Okay. Don't want to remove too much thickness here, because if I do, then I reduce my odds of thinning that area down on the other side, getting a good flake to go across. Come on. Okay. So I don't know if this one's gonna go all the way across. Probably not, but we can give it some TLC. See if we can get it to shoot into there. It might kind of more so go this way, but I can support it down with my leg more. I don't even know if you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll angle it down a little bit. Oh no. Uh-oh. Damn. It was going to hinge and I could see it unreleased in there. And it was a really deep cone. I should probably have just done that in my hand, because I'm a little better at predicting or feeling out the right angle. It may have not been the right angle. We didn't really get it, but I think we'll be able to. I think we'll be all right. But damn, that was a deep cone there. Hopefully it doesn't throw off the balance too much. I don't know if we'll be able to flute it after that. I'm just glad it didn't hinge though. As we've worked this piece down and gotten closer to this, okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but I thought I hinged it out more. I did, but I thought I hinged it really bad. Should probably still be able to get that out. Let's switch over to the other punch and see what the deal is with this one, because I haven't used this one in a long time. I literally just taped it on there. Ooh, this one's a lot lighter feeling. Nice part about these punches though is you can get real surgical with them because they're smaller tipped. I don't know about this area though. Yes, there it goes. We keep getting flakes to go right next to the stack, but not quite removing it. Oh. A little one down from the tip. That's too heavy of a platform to be on there. See how this one does. More straight in on this one. Getting a little worried about the balance on this one because it's going a little bit to the side. After we got this flake here, but we'll turn this edge and go over onto the other side. And as for what's going on the base here, we got a lot of crazy stuff going on down there. I don't really know what's going on down there at all. I don't know if this is gonna work here, but I'd like for it to. Nice. Contouring flake, turning the edge over onto this back side here. Okay, I'm thinking we can get some flakes over into this area. Turn this edge here, take one right here. Yep. And space it. actually get one right there. Pretty good. There's not really anything that I can compare this material to. It's just, you know, like knapping high-grade rhyolite. I don't even know if it is rhyolite. I mean, I believe it is. There goes the stack. Got it out of there. These little tippy tappies are cleaning up all the excess sharp areas and deltas, and also turning the edge over to this backside. Remainder I'll just clean up and brush with the hammerstone. The edge still needs to be turned. I can take one flake, actually. Ooh, a little bit of a hinge there. Should have isolated it more. It ran out of power as it spread out, I think. It's okay if we're gonna flute it, it should be okay. I want these flakes to go about halfway. Although I'm worried that that one, if it's too close, could follow in that one's footsteps. Just like I just said. Jumped right down into that same scar. That's okay. Should be okay. Getting over a sickness. My voice kind of goes in and out. Dang, this is gonna be a thick Clovis. A big fatty. Oh my gosh, why is it hinging right there? I mean, I'm building a contour. I guess it just it might be just my angle or the contact that the punch is having, maybe. Or maybe this edge isn't turned enough. Jeez, my tree's dropping all kinds of stuff. I have to space this. Okay. I don't know about that platform. I'm not doing that one. That one's way too pinched. It'll hinge out on the edge if I hit that one. Kind of dumb for hitting that platform. I shouldn't do that. Should fix it. Woo! Guys, let's just say This is gonna be, if I make a finished point out of this, it's gonna be authentic looking. This is gonna not be too great here. Lots of power in that one. You can try to pinch this platform together. Oh yeah, okay. Not terrible. Jeez. Didn't do enough basal thinning and basal work on this thing. Gotta do some of it before we do fluting because it'll still be super thick if we do that. If we don't do that. This side just does not have the right contour to flute right now, at least. Gotta get rid of this area and thin it down. Okay. Thin flakes here. A mosquito? Hell no, no mosquito better be on me right now. Okay, we're gonna try to flute. I'm gonna try to flute this side. Probably not gonna go very far just because of the material, and contour is not the greatest. Didn't have a whole lot of space to try and make a great contour with. I might actually do the platform prep with this tool here. Not all of it, of course, but some of it. We have to probably do some pressure flipping here. I don't know if this tool got wet or not. Too flat of a platform. If it's too low, it's not going to go anywhere. Make sure it's going to get down in there and do its thing. And if this doesn't flute well, maybe we'll just make another Hardaway, because I just think those are so cool. Saw a bunch of those made out of that Rhyolite. I just thought they're awesome. I don't know about this platform. A lot of shaping that needs to be done. Put it with the other one. Put it with this one. Okay, let's see. How do I like to do this? Maybe sometimes I overcomplicate it when I'm fluting. So now I got a support on my leg. I don't have another piece of leather. Probably not super smart. Just do what I feel, do what feels right. Nice. Pretty good flute. Take it. It went a little further, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can actually see it in there. I don't think I'm gonna be able to punch it out. I'm just gonna be happy with that. Flip it over onto this side. Most risk-taking sucks, but I'll tell you what, fluting is a fun risk. Fluting is a fun risk to take. This platform is way too flat. Needs to be a little higher up. Oof. Took too much off of it, dang it. That flake went in there. want to make it too steep. I need to get into that thickness there. I'll bet you there is a Clovis out there made from this very material here in California somewhere underneath 20 or 30 feet of soil, river sediments in the valley, just sitting there. Undoubtedly the Clovis people would have used this, they would have used this material. Make this a little sharper so I can get in here. And I'm sure there's one out there. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this platform. Not feeling great about the contours on this side because they're not nearly as good as the last side. But it should at least remove a flake, which is fine. See, contours are not as great. If we get lucky, it'll go to like right here and it'll hinge out because it kind of comes up and folds over. Or maybe it'll, I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to hit this one super hard because I don't think the contours aren't right. Make sure that our tool is not contacting anywhere in there. Feels like it definitely is. So we gotta open it up a little bit. Don't want to touch in those ears. Maybe there's not a Clovis of this material. Maybe there's some Western stemmed stuff out there of this material. Platform felt like it crushed a little bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, feels better. Exactly what I said it would do. Went in there and kind of hinged out because in that flat area. The base is looking pretty thin. That's good. It's actually a nice taper. Awesome. Okay. Now, gotta press off those two. Straighten out the base a little bit. So the rest of the work on this will mostly be just like edge retouch like this. And just putting a tip on, and I'll probably do just a little bit more percussion on this face to straighten it out a bit. And I'll do that with probably this guy. Let's see. Couple over here. contouring flake. Get a nice taper up towards the tip as we get closer towards it. A little bit of Cortex on the tip, but I don't want to leave it. I want to get it off of there. I want a nice sharp tip. If I can punch that off. I don't want to. Sometimes you can get hinges off that way. But I usually use a vertical punch. I've even seen some Folsoms where they pressure flake the hinge off. Perfect. Perfect edge tip tapering on Clovis point. Oh, gosh. One more. I don't know for how many minutes I've been filming. I can't see since it's on the tripod. Hope it's not too long. I know people skip around if they watch videos, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. This is kind of a goofy looking Clovis. I don't make them with this shape much, but they were made this way sometimes in this shape, so it works. Oh, I'll drop it. I guess this one has somewhat of a resharpened look because I'm doing a lot of work on the tip. And then on a lot of Clovis points, from what I've seen, the resharpening seems like it was done just by taking a pressure flaker and zigzagging the edge, like just back and forth, back and forth. Not always, but of course some of them have that. Others are more tapered with just percussion, punching, probably. But maybe I can do some of that zigzag work. That was just a hinge. Now this tool got a little wet, I can feel. Tool got wet. It's not pressure flaking as well. don't want to snap off the tip either. But I want to get somewhat of a tapered tip. I'll just move the tip over a little bit. It's okay. If you move the tip over, you lose a little bit of length, but if you're going to sacrifice it for symmetry and thickness, then it's probably a good bet. Sure, Clovis resharpening varies a lot. Okay, let's grind it. Classic paleo Clovis grinding. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, it's not bad. An hour. Try to turn this down a little bit. That's the second side, or wait, no, it's the first side flute. Second side and first side. Or sorry, first side, second side. The material looks so white in this lighting, but it's kind of greenish. See you there. And mostly percussion scars. Thick body, classic. Of course, there's a lot of variety in Clovis points, but some of them are like this, where they're thick hunting points. On both flutes, because of the contour, the material kind of hinged out. I knew it was going to hinge out on the second flute. Oh, let's show in between the flutes. There's a nice taper. And we'll go get this material wet again, because that's a routine in my most recent YouTube videos, at least on this material. And it is nice to wash your hands after you've been napping, because you get so much dust on your hands. I'm sure you guys know. It's kind of part of every routine when I do some napping, is I wash it off a little bit. Wash off my hands and get all clean after. Okay, show this here. So this material isn't as this piece is not as green as the other. You can see it in this lighting a little better. Voila, and this is the finished point.